Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Newark, New Jersey, and well, this is a surprise introduction to Monday Night Raw. The Dead Man, The Undertaker, is here tonight. He's kicking off Monday Night Raw, but what in the hell is he doing? We weren't scheduled. From what I understand, the list of stuff that I have on the card tonight, I do not have Undertaker being one of them, but it's always great to see the Dead Man, the WWE Hall of Famer, is here tonight, as we are just total of this week and next week. Next week's Survivor Series weekend will be coming at us very fast. And if you guys remember, Survivor Series is where the Dead Man debuted a long time ago. Well over 20 plus years ago, the Dead Man was introduced to us. And, well, as you can see, this man is still around today. Plans on retiring at WrestleMania this year. So let's see what the Dead Man has to say to everyone here in New Jersey tonight, and to all of you lovely people at home. Nothing like a good old surprise appearance to kick us off here on Monday Night Raw, huh? Weren't expecting me, and, well, and for the most part, I wasn't even expecting myself to come out here, but there's a lot of stuff I'd like to address, especially the future of myself, and there's other stuff I want to talk about the future as well on this Monday Night Raw roster. First off, I want to address everything a part of the Wyatt family that we had going on. It was, me, Kane, Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy, Alexa Bliss, so on and so forth, and the Viking Raiders as well, and the unfortunate passing of Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. And we've all decided to go our own ways. Myself and Kane, we were here a tag team. We recently beat the Usos in a tag team matchup a couple months back. But we don't want to take what we do here as legends, we don't want to take away the younger guy's space. So Kane, he's more focused on Tennessee and being the mayor of Tennessee, and I'm going to go back to focusing on myself, and the Viking Raiders are going to focus on themselves as well, and so will Alexa Bliss. We all figured it'd be better for us to go our separate ways, just so that we wouldn't tarnish the legacy that Bray Wyatt built over here these last 6 or 7 years here in Universe mode. So everything that you've seen with Bray Wyatt and everything like that, we're all going our separate ways, and everything will be a change within the group. But now I have my sights focused on this big pay-per-view known as Survivor Series. Back in 1990 is when I first debuted here in WWE, and it was at Survivor Series. I know it's been a very long time, but when you think about Survivor Series, you think about The Undertaker one way or another. So I want to throw out a challenge for someone on that SmackDown roster to step up and face myself, the Dead Man, there at Survivor Series. I don't care if you have 1 match or 2 matches there at Survivor Series, or even are participating in NXT TakeOver War Games the night before Survivor Series. If you want to step up to the plate and you're on that SmackDown roster, then step up. It's your time to really showcase what you bring to WWE, and if you're a younger talent, even more better. Words there from the Dead Man, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, that's Karrion Kross. What the hell? It's a SmackDown superstar. What in the hell is he doing here? Former undisputed champion there on SmackDown, losing recently at ECW One Night Stand in that TLC matchup where Cody Rhodes is once again officially the undisputed champion. Karrion Kross coming out here. Can only imagine what this could be about. Just, oh my goodness, he folded the Dead Man like an accordion. And I don't have a good feeling about this, ladies and gentlemen. Karrion Kross looking to whip the crap out of the Undertaker here. Again, what a clubbing blow there. I don't know. Uh-oh, this ain't gonna end well. No. Oh my goodness, face first. I'm surprised that big hat of the Undertaker hasn't fallen off. And over the top rope we go, and oh no. Can only imagine how this is gonna end, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Kross certainly is like I mentioned, not going to be too happy after losing the Undisputed Championship. And Undertaker coming out here issuing a challenge. Maybe Karrion Kross was planning on attacking this roster. Monday Night Raw, we understood that there was going to be a bunch of security, but Karrion Kross probably whipping right through some of that security. Oh my God. Undertaker is whipping, getting his butt kicked right now, and now to the other side of the arena. Kross is beating the snot out of the dead man, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a horrendous assault right now. Can we get some security out here? At least get some of the security that was supposed to be here earlier on tonight. Oh my God. Oh, no. Kross, put the damn chair down. You sent your message. No. Right to that forearm area. And again. Karrion Kross meaning business, taking out the Undertaker. Oh my God. Look at the damage he just did to that chair. What in the hell is going on? Oh no. And now Kross again. Not done. Alabama slam. Come on. There's a referee in the ring. I don't blame him for not wanting to get involved, but come on. There has to be someone that's back there. Undertaker said Kane went back to Tennessee, so he's not here tonight. So where in the hell is the Viking Raiders out of anybody? Oh my God. This is one of the most shocking ways to have us kick off here on Monday Night Raw. Taker barely moving, and as soon as I say that, getting back up to his feet. Oh no. Oh my God. You could hear that from the cheap seats, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. And now the submission hold. Submission hold here on the ladder. He's trying to just suffocate, beat the snot out of the Undertaker. Could you imagine? Just the Undertaker just having to pass out in this situation. This is just horrendous here from Karrion Kross. Absolutely utter destruction. Oh my God. Kross now. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Kross now. Kross power bombing the Undertaker through the table. Karrion Kross sending a message in. Does this mean Karrion Kross is accepting the challenge from the Undertaker? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was not the way I was expecting this night to start off with. We had Undertaker coming out here, which was just it was just a surprise in general. Like I said, I wasn't expecting him to come out here. Undertaker comes out here, says what he says about, the group disbanding, not wanting to ruin the Bray Wyatt legacy. I totally understand that. Everybody's going their separate ways. But, and for Undertaker to issue a challenge to SmackDown, since Survivor Series was for the Undertaker, he wanted to have issuing a challenge to any superstar on SmackDown. And, well, Karrion Kross, the former Undisputed Champion, I don't know if he was already planning on invading Monday Night Raw, but certainly we saw the invasion. And like I said, we from what we understood, Karrion Kross, I should say Shawn Michaels obviously should had more security everywhere because Karrion Kross is able to get through, but Karrion Kross coming through from behind Undertaker and just systematically destroying the dead man. And you hate to see that about any legend, but we'll talk about that more throughout the night. But we have the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther kicking us off tonight, taking on Ilja Dragunov in a non-title matchup. Ilja Dragunov is a former United States champion. In this matchup, if you are looking for brutality, physicality, everything you want superstars to have bruised chests, this is the matchup for you. Two of the most physical superstars on Monday Night Raw. It is right here coming your way. Ilja Dragunov, he's certainly I would say, honestly, one of the most underrated superstars just right now here on Monday Night Raw, but he certainly has showed some promise with some of the things, especially having to deal with Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, and even taking that United States Championship away from Austin Theory at that time. But when he unified the United States Championship and the United Kingdom Championship, Bronson Reed would ultimately come out at the end of that unification match, again being that champion, being unified and making it the United States Championship here on Monday Night Raw. Bronson Reed has a big-time triple threat matchup on the NXT TakeOver and also the Survivor Series pay-per-view. So it's going to be one hell of a night for Bronson Reed. But right now, it's going to be a hell of a night for these two right here. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Two brutal superstars going at it. The World Heavyweight Champion looking to send a message to Kenny Omega and the new undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes. Like we mentioned, Karrion Kross was supposed to be one of those superstars in that matchup. Well, we don't get that matchup now after Cody Rhodes won that TLC matchup. Very physical TLC matchup, but Cody Rhodes was the one able to walk out. And now Gunther, hard Irish whip off the ropes here. Certainly Gunther, like I mentioned, would love to continue his momentum, and defeating an up-and-coming superstar like Ilja Dragunov certainly will help out his chances. Gunther not playing around. What a drop kick there. Taking out Ilja Dragunov like a fly. It's a big knee to the face. And talking about Survivor Series and NXT TakeOver, ladies and gentlemen, next week you have all sorts of good matches and all sorts of different types of matches that you may not have expected on this rosters. I love that we're seeing all sorts of these matches that, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, some of the matches you're having Raw and SmackDown teaming up to take on an NXT. That's what we're seeing in the women's division at NXT TakeOver. As now Gunther going to go for a big power bomb. And I think this year with Triple H being the new chairman of the board, the new chairman of WWE, he's going to run it a lot differently than Vince did. And I think giving Triple H, giving an opportunity to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT this year, you're going to see a lot of superstars from NXT that certainly may be on Raw and SmackDown in the near future. Could be after WrestleMania, could be SummerSlam time next year. You just don't know. But and a lot of those superstars, they've already been on the main roster. So going to NXT and kind of working on what brought them to the main roster, what kind of, they can focus more, they can train more on certain things. Because a lot of time when you're on the road a lot, you're not necessarily able to study your film as much. You're out doing all those live events. But NXT, they're over there in Orlando, Florida most of the time, so you're able to study your craft. You're allowed to go to the performance center and practice all your maneuvers. That's that flying headbutt there to Gunther. Is that enough? Could this be? Strong kick out there from Gunther. And Gunther may be in trouble. Gunther, for the most part, dominated in this matchup. Besides, like the last maybe minute or so, Ilja Dragunov has surprised Gunther. Gunther is busted wide open right now. And this is why you cannot ever count out Ilja Dragunov. Those flying headbutts, that is what Ilja Dragunov won that United States Championship with before. So, that's what just makes Ilja Dragunov so dangerous with his type of style. Imagine if you had a matchup with the likes of an Ilja Dragunov and a Shinsuke Nakamura, how brutal that would be. This matchup is already brutal for the most part to kick us off here on Raw, but just imagine these type of matches all the time with certain superstars. And like I mentioned, I think Ilja Dragunov, he has so much damn potential, and I can't wait to see him get a long lengthy reign as champion, if that's the United States Championship, if that's ever the World Heavyweight Championship. You just never know. There's a big counter there from Gunther, and another stiff spear to Ilja Dragunov. And Gunther's all fired up here in this crowd in New Jersey. Oh my goodness, that spinning backhand to the face. That may rung the bell a little bit too much there of Gunther, as another flying headbutt. Absolutely craziness there. That's that second flying headbutt right there. And just look at that nasty blood that's just coming out of that left side of the face, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely craziness. As now, Ilja, what is he thinking? Oh no. Oh my god. From the second rope, oh my god. What an over-the-head suplex from this psycho. Ilja Dragunov, ladies and gentlemen, bringing it to your World Heavyweight Champion. Could you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, a possible, would you consider it an upset? I mean, you know, Gunther's getting into his own, but right now this could be literally one of the biggest wins in Ilja Dragunov's career here. And now Dragunov just trying to decide what he wants to do. Just trying to focus on the big man. Why not? As Gunther moves out of the way here. Oh my god. What a clothesline, ladies and gentlemen. And another one just for good measure. That is Gunther for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just that brutality he brings in that ring. He can dish it out, and as well as he can take it. One of those superstars that you want, oh my god, that you don't necessarily want to deal with from time to time, but damn. And another one. Like I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, those chops are something you do not want to have to deal with. And sleeper hold applied here. Will Gunther make Ilja Dragunov tap out here? He could do it. Ilja Dragunov could make him tap. Ilja Dragunov trying to fight for his life here. Can he do it? Ilja Dragunov trying. He's really trying. Referee is right there. Referee is right there. I don't think Gunther might not be able to hold on to it long enough. Both men fighting. I think you could feel Ilja Dragunov starting to slip a little bit. The referee is right there. It feels like he's sliding there. But now Dragunov fighting out of it. And trying to go for the pinfall. But Gunther able to kick out. What a match. Oh my god, what a clothesline. And now that could be enough. No. Gunther kicking out. Holy cow. And now off the ropes. He missed it. He missed that flying headbutt. Could this be Gunther's time here? Gunther now. Gunther. Powerbomb. Powerbomb there from Gunther. Is that it? No. Ilja Dragunov. You gotta be kidding me. Gunther cannot believe it. Holy crap. These guys are beating the crap out of each other. And they're just living another day. Gunther just going to wait it out. He realizes he doesn't have to go after Ilja Dragunov here. Doing another brutal clothesline just for good measure here. Man, if this is what a matchup you guys wanted to open up here live here on NXT or on Monday Night Raw, certainly this is the matchup for you. Holy crap. And again, look at these chops right to the left side of that chest there, man. Absolutely brutal. Oh, and man, what a perfect maneuver there from Dragunov. Oh, Ilja Dragunov able not to connect, but Gunther able to survive that early on here. And Gunther now. Gunther with a powerbomb into the pinfall, but bad case right there of wrong place, wrong time there from Gunther, unfortunately. As both men just running into each other. Certainly, as, oh my goodness, big time snap suplex there from Gunther as well. These guys are tearing down this Newark, New Jersey house right now, man. Absolutely brutal. Now Gunther has him on the second rope. Can only imagine what's going to happen. Oh, Gunther was just taking too much time there. And now Dragunov off the rope there. Big knee strike to the face. And Dragunov telling him to get up to his feet. And look, Gunther right there, right up to his feet. Not somebody you want to be messing around with here. Another opportunity for Gunther. And now another release. Powerbomb. Is this enough this time after the brutality we've witnessed? Yes, it is. Gunther with a major win tonight over Ilja Dragunov. What a matchup. These guys, man, these guys, man, it just shocks me at certain things that we see from just not only the brutality but physicality and what they ultimately bring towards the later stages of this matchup. They went through hell and back in this matchup. But that is why Gunther is your World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, and will be leading Monday Night Raw in the foreseeable future. And, oh, wait a minute. No. Come on, Gunther. You've already done enough, man. Not like this, please. Oh, my God, again to the chest. Come on. Gunther now going to try to attempt to destroy Ilja Dragunov. Come on. Is this seriously what we've come down to as World Heavyweight Champion? And again, just decapitating the chest there. And a big boot sends him flying. Gunther sends a message to Ilja Dragunov. Holy hell. And now we set our sights to the tag team division, as here comes Los Lotharios. They'll be taking on Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio of the LWO. Now this is the type of matchup I'm really looking forward to, getting a little bit of that Lucha Libre, some of that Latino World Order type of situation here with Los Lotharios. They've certainly been here in this series for a long time, just trying to find their way. Raw, NXT, SmackDown, just trying to find an opportunity. If it's now, if it's never, you just don't know when exactly that time is going to be. Certainly these two are just super talented, and certainly, like I mentioned, it'd be a shame for them not to be able to figure out something in this stacked tag team division with the likes of the OC, Imperium, DIY, D-Generation X, Big E, and Braun Breaker, and so much. And last week here on Monday Night Raw, we saw D-Generation X lose to the LWO, and LWO getting another opportunity tonight. And certainly with the win over D-Generation X, you got to believe, hey, maybe they could be next in line to challenge for those tag team championships. But certainly, you got to build up on your wins. You can't just have one win and, not continue to build off that. As now here comes Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Rey couldn't become the tag team champions with Dominic Mysterio last year before eventually Dominic turning on Rey Mysterio. Certainly Rey had tremendous hopes about him and his son becoming tag team champions, but it just never worked out. And with the LWO having Rey Mysterio's back and everything, certainly could be the right time for them to become tag team champions. Certainly anyone better than Braun Breaker and Big E. Santos Escobar is super talented. Rey Mysterio calling him one of the best upcoming Lucha Libre Latino wrestlers out there. And I definitely believe it. I see a lot of things in Santos Escobar. Uber talented in the middle of that ring. But could we see Santos and Rey get those opportunities for the tag team championships with a win tonight? Certainly that will help out further down the line to earn that opportunity, but they have to defeat Los Lotharios here tonight first. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Humberto Carrillo and Rey Mysterio kick us off in this tag team matchup here. And what a night, ladies and gentlemen, we have in store for you. We have a War Games Advantage matchup tonight for you, as it's going to be Becky Lynch from SmackDown taking on Monday Night Raw's Charlotte Flair. The winner of this matchup will get the advantage for their team for War Games. And also later on tonight is a fatal 5-way elimination matchup. The competitors in this matchup follows: Drew McIntyre, Wade Barrett, Solo Sikoa, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. The winner of this matchup will become the official #1 contender for the United States Championship. You know, big question is, with those 5 big-time superstars, you know, especially with Johnny Gargano, former WWE champion, former NXT champion there in NXT, and then also you got Tommaso Ciampa, former Intercontinental champion, multi-time NXT champion. Drew McIntyre, I could list his accolades for days. Solo Sikoa still looking to win his first championship here in the series, and so is Wade Barrett. So a little bit of everything in this matchup against the ever-dangerous Bronson Reed. For Bronson Reed, he's already faced Drew McIntyre. He has beaten him 3 times in a row. Didn't matter what type of matchup it was, Bronson Reed would get the upper hand every single time. Bronson Reed has defeated Wade Barrett before. And Bronson Reed has even had interactions with Johnny Gargano when, first off, when Austin Theory would turn his back on Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed was the first one to get behind the Austin Theory and Bronson Reed would form a partnership, and eventually those guys would go up against each other. But it's just, for the most part, most of these superstars have dealt with Bronson Reed, but the one wild card you would want to see, I'm not saying Tommaso Ciampa and Bronson Reed wouldn't be physical, and that matchup would look really good on paper and even in the ring, but I think as a suicide dive, but Humberto Carrillo moves out the way, a Solo Sikoa and Bronson Reed matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Could you just imagine that? 2 physical superstars, Bronson Reed, who has that tsunami, and Solo Sikoa that has that devastating spike. Man, imagine, what the possibilities of 2 badass dudes going at it for the United States Championship. We very well could see that. But obviously Solo is going to have to go through 4 other superstars tonight to earn that opportunity. In this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, it will have 5 superstars in the ring. They have to be eliminated. So it's one of those things that you're more than welcome to break up pinfalls in this matchup, but in these type of matchups, it's the best type of thing to stay out of the ring for the most part. Let everyone else do the work. But we'll talk about that matchup more later on tonight, as well as another big time matchup as you're gonna be seeing Bayley, the women's world champion, in action against Kairi Sane. Last week we saw Damage Control beat down Kairi Sane after Kairi Sane defeated Dakota Kai. But the only member of Damage Control that didn't attack Kairi Sane was Iyo Sky. And it seemed like, she was very pissed off about what Damage Control was doing. As a 619 there from Rey Mysterio. Hold on. Here we go, Mysterio. Big time. Frog splash, but no, Angel Garza, pardon me. Moving out of the way. Is this enough? But no, Garza was trying to steal a victory, but not able to in those moments. But we'll have to really wait and see how that matchup later on tonight between Bayley and Kairi Sane. Will there be anything further? Will Iyo Sky be at ringside for that matchup? Certainly a lot of changing dynamics in that matchup as a suicide dive. Santos Escobar taking out Angel Garza. Garza now with a snapmare takedown and then a big drop kick to the back of the skull. And then tonight's matchup, main event of the evening, is no ordinary matchup, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought ECW One Night Stand was extreme, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting extreme to the second power. It is a no-holds-barred matchup between CM Punk, the best in the world, and the architect, the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth frickin' Rollins tonight in your main event. The rivalry continues tonight. At Halloween Havoc, we saw those two go to war. CM Punk defeated Seth Rollins, but Rollins would get beat down after the matchup multiple times, and CM Punk would hit GTS multiple times on the ramp out front there to send a message to Seth Rollins. So certainly these guys are not done, and it's only going to escalate tonight in your main event. Seth Rollins does not have a matchup for Survivor Series, while CM Punk is one of the superstars, a part of that Raw versus SmackDown 4v4 War Games matchup live there at Survivor Series. Santos Escobar. Oh my goodness, what a gut buster there. Very innovative maneuver. It honestly looked like he was going to turn it into a suplex at first, or maybe a DDT. As Escobar has Garza in the corner. Look at that big gash right there in that forehead of Garza. That's definitely in a bad spot to be. Wait a minute. Are we going to see a phantom driver from the top rope? What a maneuver there from Escobar. But unfortunately for Escobar, right there was Humberto Carrillo. What a phantom driver, ladies and gentlemen, from the second rope. That is absolutely amazing. And that was why I'm saying Santos Escobar is certainly, you could arguably say he's one of the best on the roster. Just what he brings to the table in this wrestling ring. Yes, there's a lot of maybe high-profile wrestlers in WWE, but you just cannot forget about what Santos Escobar brings to the table. And Humberto Carrillo could not break it up, and Escobar picks up the win for the LWO tonight. The LWO only continuing to get better tonight. Massive, massive win. Missed that frog splash, and then just starting to take over the matchup was Santos Escobar later on as a big-time leg drop, almost like Hulk Hogan-esque there with that leg drop. I believe Humberto could have broke it up, but I guess he really felt like there was probably a rope break there, but it wasn't called. And that will help the LWO pick up another victory, as you guys believe LWO should be next in line for a title opportunity in the near future. Well, we'll have to, really wait and see what Shawn Michaels wants to do here. You have some real balls coming in here, you son of a bitch. What exactly do you want? You coming over here to hurt another Raw superstar, huh? Whoa, Shawn. Just relax, buddy. Just because we've invaded your show multiple times doesn't mean that I'm coming out here to attack you. My days of wrestling are long gone. But I figured that we should have a face-to-face little chat about Survivor Series. Now tonight, I'm just here just to keep my eyes on your roster. Just kind of scouting for what we have for Survivor Series. But when The Undertaker came out and issued a challenge to any SmackDown superstar, well, I had Karrion Kross with me in my limo, and I saw that, I sent him out there, and I told him to send a message to The Undertaker and this Raw roster. Back in my day, I sure had plenty of come-ups with The Undertaker. Wins, losses, it didn't matter. But certainly, with The Undertaker addressing Survivor Series, calling him that home, and he even issued the challenge, well, like I mentioned, I figured SmackDown should not cower away from a challenge, but assert dominance on The Undertaker. The Undertaker's not the same as he used to. And by the way, Shawn, I talked to your buddy Triple H, the new chairman of the board, and he has accepted the matchup for Survivor Series weekend. It will be the dead man, The Undertaker, taking on Karrion Kross 1-on-1. And also, Shawn, hire some better security guards, because it was very easy to slip some money by them and for them to look the other way. And by the way, Shawn, no more attacks tonight. I can guarantee you that. And now here comes the man, the undisputed women's tag team champion, Becky Lynch. And there it is, the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship and the Women's Tag Team Championship right there, to be combined to be the Undisputed Championship. Now at TakeOver and at Survivor Series, we will not see those Women's Tag Team Championships, on the line at all. But I guarantee you, live there at the Royal Rumble, one way or another, those Women's Tag Team Championships will be defended by Becky and Asuka. Certainly Becky and Asuka have gone through a lot, and even Asuka, especially there at ECW One Night Stand recently, this was last night to be exact, she went through hell and back against Jade Cargill, and Jade Cargill survived Asuka to become the new women's champion. And for Asuka, that is why she's not here tonight. Becky Lynch is going at it alone. And we'll see if Becky can defeat Charlotte Flair one-on-one. This little taste of Survivor Series Raw versus SmackDown. The winner of this matchup gets the advantage for that Women's War Games matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly a lot is on the line in this match. And for that Women's War Games matchup, it follows. It is Becky Lynch, Asuka, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez taking on the team of Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, and the Queen, Charlotte Flair. It's only a matter of time for someone to step up to the plate and walk out the top woman. But also it's about bragging rights. Raw versus SmackDown. Who is the better brand? Certainly both of these women have been on Raw and SmackDown before. Certainly want to be the top woman of the brand. Certainly Charlotte Flair would love to get back into title contention, especially with what she's had to deal with the likes of Damage Control and everybody else. But, we'll see if she can do it. She's had title matches a couple months back, especially against Bayley or even Bianca Belair, and she's failed each time. So when will Charlotte be able to win the big time matchup here recently? She's a multi-time champion, don't get me wrong, on Raw and SmackDown, but as of late she hasn't been able to do that. I mean, she even won the Women's Royal Rumble last year, and she faced off with Bayley at WrestleMania, and she failed in that matchup. So we'll see if, imagine Charlotte has to win another Royal Rumble to get herself another opportunity. So technically, we are just 6 weeks away from the Royal Rumble. It's coming up very quickly and very, very fast. As here we go, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch live here on Raw. Referee rings the bell. The winner of this matchup gets War Games advantage. Will it be SmackDown with the advantage, or will it be Monday Night Raw? And for Charlotte, she has 2 big matches that weekend. First up, she'll be at NXT TakeOver, taking on the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton has talked a big game against Charlotte. Charlotte has even attacked Tiffany Stratton backstage to get the upper hand as Becky Lynch suicide dive, taking down Charlotte Flair. Becky's not really known for crossbodies too much, but when she pulls it out, it definitely means something. And these two women know each other so well that it won't be a surprise if you see a lot of back and forth, a longer type of matchup between both of these women. And a lot of times both of these women are on the other brand, so you don't always get to see them facing off like this. This is bound to be the first time they've wrestled each other one-on-one in a very long time. I don't remember the exact time they've wrestled off with each other, but certainly every time it certainly does feel special between both women. And it gets even better with this type of matchup, especially with being a major stipulation, something that both these women are looking to be fighting for to represent their brand. It's a big pinfall opportunity there, but just a 1 count there for Charlotte. As this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is that massive fatal five-way elimination matchup where the winner becomes the official #1 contender for the United States Championship. As I'll look at that snap suplex into the pinfall attempt, almost a Northern Lights suplex type of maneuver, taking down Charlotte. And now the man trying to get something going, Charlotte, with a big chop to the chest there. And now Charlotte taking the advantage right now. Becky could be in trouble. Pinfall opportunity could be coming in just mere moments. Back and forth here. Showing that agility back and forth. But Becky Lynch running right through Charlotte there. And here we go. Becky Lynch, the disarmer here to Charlotte. Can Charlotte somehow crawl to the bottom rope? Nowhere to go. Unless you can somehow crawl out of it. But just not too much damage done to that left shoulder blade. And that could have been the last-ditch effort there for Becky Lynch. Charlotte now going back to the drawing board, really trying to decide what she needs to do in this big women's matchup here. Two of the best women in all of WWE as Charlotte. Oh, look at that maneuver, the double moonsault. Is that gonna be enough? 2. No. Becky able to dig down deep and kick out at 2.5. Charlotte. Oh, this is vintage Charlotte. Is she gonna? She's got the figure 4. Can she branch out and make the figure 8? Yes, she does. Becky Lynch is in trouble. She may have nothing to do but to tap out. Better angle right now. Becky Lynch is struggling right now. She's trying to dig down deep, but can she somehow slip out of this? Able to get that left foot out the way, and just like that, we are back to 50-50 right now. Both these women are putting it all on the line in this matchup as a big-time suplex there, taking it to the queen. Becky Lynch with a manhandle slam there, takes down Charlotte. Pinfall opportunity. 2. Charlotte kicks out at 2.5. And look at Becky Lynch and Charlotte. You can see a little smirk between at least Charlotte's side, saying, hey, it's not going to be that easy, Becky. As both of these women going back and forth. What a matchup. Putting it all on the line for everyone tonight with this major stipulation as another suicide dive from Becky. Holy crap, it has been a great night of action. We just saw Raw General Manager Shawn Michaels talking to JBL. The SmackDown General Manager JBL said there will be no more attacks tonight. I don't know if to believe him or not. As Becky Lynch waiting for Charlotte. Charlotte taking her time there. Misses the chop. Becky made sure she hit her chop. And now Becky Lynch going to go for the disarmer again. But the rope break saves Charlotte Flair's life there. As now Lynch, what is she doing? What is she thinking here? Big kick to the face. That certainly will help her out. No, she misses the clothesline. Both of these women put it all on the line, just trying to see what they do. It's a big boot to the jaw. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Becky Lynch lose a couple of teeth with that maneuver. That looked like that hurt. Every maneuver hurts, but certainly to the face, certainly that doesn't make it any better. It's a gut wrench takedown. Gut wrench slam takes down Becky Lynch. And now again, gonna go to the well one more time. Gonna go for the figure 4. Will she branch out once again like earlier? She's trying to. Plenty of damage done earlier. Now will Becky have nowhere to go? But look at, again, able to slip out, it looks like. Yeah, she does. That is the second time, but maybe not as much damage done that time. Since Becky was able to get out of it so quickly there. I think she realized it was a tough spot to be. If she didn't get out of it quickly, Charlotte was going to make her tap out. Oh no, Charlotte tossing her face on the mat. That may not be feeling the best there. And Charlotte. She could have gotten 3 count, but did you see Charlotte stopping her own pinfall attempt and wants to do more damage? You gotta be kidding me. How in the hell is Charlotte still wanting to do this right now? This is just horrendous. Becky Lynch though, able to continue to fight, big clothesline. And now here comes Charlotte Flair. Oh, misses the drop kick here. Uh-oh, Becky Lynch now looking for the manhandle slam possibly, but no, going for the clothesline. Look at Becky Lynch now. Oh, big time DDT there to Charlotte Flair. Will that be enough to put away the Queen? No. Charlotte Flair kicking out at 2.5. And look at Becky Lynch. The frustration is brewing. Oh, a kip up, but no. No. Lynch right up to her and just taking down that knee. And now Becky Lynch looking to go to it. Uh-oh, cross armbar. Cross armbar here applied. Will this be enough to put away Charlotte Flair? A back and forth matchup here. Charlotte's going to have to dig down deep. She is in trouble here. We've seen plenty of disarmers in this matchup. Wonder if there's plenty of damage done to that left shoulder blade. But certainly it looks like it is not enough to put away the Queen just yet, as both women putting on a clinic tonight. Uh-oh, and Charlotte, ooh, that was a tough body slam there. And Becky Lynch doing the right thing, rolling out of the way as, oh, wait a minute, Charlotte. Uh-oh, this is only going to end well for one woman. And it is Charlotte Flair with that flying cross body. Man, this is a pay-per-view-esque type of matchup right now. And if this is what we're going to get at Survivor Series, I can only imagine what possibly what those 3 other women from each side are going to do in this matchup. Charlotte telling Becky to get up to her feet, so is the referee. They do not want a count out. Charlotte wants to avoid the count out, it seems like, and Becky Lynch makes her pay with that DDT. And now this is where both women need to, dig down deep right now, especially Becky Lynch. She's been trying to hit everything in her power. It just has not worked out with certain maneuvers. Disarmers worked, but it has not been able to keep Charlotte Flair down. This is where Becky needs to figure out something quickly. Oh, here we go, Becky Lynch. No reversal. Charlotte Flair with a DDT. What a matchup. Oh, big chop there. And now Charlotte Flair with natural selection. Pinfall opportunity. 2, 3. Charlotte Flair gets the advantage for Team Monday Night Raw. What a matchup between both of these women. An absolute classic. Look at this. Misses the moonsault, but she hits the second one. But it wasn't enough early on. And now another disarmer. That would reach a rope break at that time, saving it. But right here, that natural selection out of nowhere takes down the man Becky Lynch. And we will see at War Games, Charlotte Flair's team will get the advantage, ladies and gentlemen. Team Raw or Team SmackDown? Who do you guys expect to win the Women's War Games matchup live there at Survivor Series? Team Raw has an advantage, but it doesn't necessarily mean they will walk out victorious. Cannot wait until next week's main event. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start your Elimination Fatal 5-Way matchup. Now, like we mentioned before in this matchup, it will be Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Wade Barrett, Drew McIntyre, and Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the Bloodline. In this matchup, obviously in the Fatal 5-Way, anything goes, but the elimination has to happen in the middle of that ring, pinfall or submission. I believe anything can happen. Any type of weapons can get involved, but as long as your elimination happens in the ring, this is all for an opportunity for to become the new #1 contender. And you have 5 massive superstars. You have Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa that have been on the main roster for a good while now. You have Solo Sikoa that is relatively new to the main roster. He's been here for a bit. But imagine if he's the new #1 contender. He's been helping out the Bloodline quite a bit now. And especially with The Rock in his corner and helping out Roman Reigns at any means possible. That's been very helpful. As here comes Mr. Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's looking to get his championship around his waist. Most notably, him defeating CM Punk at Backlash. And when Wade Barrett was one-on-one action with Bronson Reed would defeat Wade Barrett pretty handily. it was a couple-minute matchup. It didn't last too long. Bronson Reed would, I don't know if you'd call it an upset, but a surprising victory nonetheless for, what Wade Barrett is coming back here for championships. But certainly we'll see how he fares here tonight. And then also, like we mentioned, Solo Sikoa already, and Drew McIntyre, probably the most experienced superstar in this matchup, just in the terms of what he has accomplished on the main roster, Raw or even SmackDown. He is literally one of the best in WWE when it comes to winning the WWE Championship, being a Mr. Money in the Bank, first ever King of the Ring winner, so on and so forth. This man has done it all here in WWE, former $1 million champion as well. So, the list goes on for this man. He does not have a matchup at Survivor Series, which it sucks not to have a big name like that going to Survivor Series, but he has already put himself in the Royal Rumble, which is 6 weeks away. Himself and Seth Rollins have already announced themselves in the Royal Rumble. So 2 massive names for Monday Night Raw, and plenty more to come for SmackDown and even Raw. Imagine if McIntyre gets another opportunity against Bronson Reed. You could honestly say Drew McIntyre would be the underrated superstar in that matchup. Not that Bronson Reed would be the one that's favorited to win that championship, not Drew McIntyre. If you go back and watch the matches that McIntyre and Bronson Reed have, it started off when Bronson Reed and Drew McIntyre, it would continue to get better every single time between them, and Bronson Reed would be able to survive Drew McIntyre. So, if we got Drew McIntyre and Bronson Reed, I would not complain. Certainly, they definitely know their styles, and especially what Bronson Reed, what exactly his thoughts were going into every matchup was going for the ribs of Drew McIntyre, and it worked out. As now here comes Tommaso Ciampa, one of the most dangerous superstars in WWE, rekindling DIY with Johnny Gargano. Both Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa taking out Imperium in tag team action a couple weeks ago, and so DIY are trying to figure out, what exactly they need to do to become next in line for those tag team championships. Certainly the LWO is looking good. Are they for sure next in line? You just don't know what Shawn Michaels has in plan. Obviously, he's focused on Survivor Series, and once Survivor Series is over and done with, he can decide what exactly he wants to do with the tag team division. Certainly, D-Generation X will be defending their championships at the Royal Rumble. As now here comes the enforcer, Solo Sikoa. Now this man in this matchup, I would say, is a wild card. Just in the terms of, obviously, he's not as accomplished as most of these superstars. I know Wade Barrett hasn't won championships just yet here in the series, but certainly I would say what Solo Sikoa, he's not experienced as much as Wade Barrett and all these other superstars, but certainly one of the most dangerous out there in Solo Sikoa. And talking about Solo, it is going to be the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, The Rock, and Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, taking on Jimmy and Jey Uso and Rikishi there at Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen. It is going down. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Fatal 5-way elimination matchup here. Who do you guys think will be the first elimination? And, I find it very interesting that Shawn Michaels put Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano in this matchup just because they're tag team partners, and certainly it will test their chemistry. But obviously, for the most part, a lot of these tag teams, they got to believe, okay, hey, it's every man for themselves for an opportunity. So if we have to go through each other, we will. Obviously, we all know about the history of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano here in the series. In NXT, Tommaso Ciampa turned his back on Johnny Gargano. And, well, the rest is history. They've forgiven each other. They've moved on, brought back DIY. And we'll have to really see where this is going to go. There's so much potential here. Look at that Big swinging neck breaker there. Took out Drew took out Gargano. McIntyre now going to look to take out Solo Sikoa with that big power bomb. McIntyre having to deal with Solo with the bloodline plenty of times, so certainly they know what to expect there. As Ciampa with a big German suplex there, taking down Solo. Gargano swinging for the fences on that lower back there of Drew McIntyre. Gargano missing that clothesline, but he didn't miss that kendo stick shot. Wade Barrett trying to fire up this crowd here in New Jersey as that kendo stick explodes all over that back of Johnny Wrestling. Now this is a matchup I'd love to see. Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett. Two absolute brutal superstars going at it. And now talking about brutal, you got Ciampa and Solo going at it. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough to put away Solo Sikoa? No, strong kick out there. As Gargano, Wade Barrett, and McIntyre all going up against each other outside the ring here, right next to our announce table. Ciampa being, oh my god, a headbutt to the neck area. That is not going to be feeling too good. Samoan drop to Tommaso Ciampa. Absolutely brutal height on that. That may be enough. No. Ciampa able to kick out at 2.5, and now McIntyre was thrown back in the ring. And now Solo going to try to take out McIntyre. Pinfall opportunity. But no, McIntyre stays in this matchup. If I'm Solo, I throw McIntyre out of the ring. But here we go, the spike, the Samoan spike. Pinfall opportunity. But I think Ciampa broke up that pinfall attempt, it looked like. And now it saves McIntyre a little bit longer. And it may honestly cost Solo Sikoa an elimination and might get himself eliminated, possibly. As now Ciampa looking to steal the first elimination from Solo, but McIntyre able to kick out. Absolute brutality in and outside this ring. McIntyre looking for the brutal DDT, the chosen DDT. Is that going to be enough? 2, no, 2.5. Let's see, those superstars were used to probably trying to break up that pinfall opportunity, but obviously this is an elimination matchup. They don't have to break it up here. They're more than welcome to, but they don't have to. As again, Solo, another spike to McIntyre. That is the second one on Drew McIntyre, and that may be no, McIntyre able to kick out. I was going to say that might have been enough. I don't know how many more spikes McIntyre can take. I know he's a brutal-ass superstar, but still, just to take 2 spikes from Solo Sikoa, that is crazy. Is now Ciampa and Gargano at ringside. We've seen this before between both of these men. Oh, Claymore to Solo. Claymore to Solo Sikoa. Is that enough? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Solo Sikoa is the first one eliminated. So anyone that was looking for Solo Sikoa and Bronson Reed will have to wait a little bit longer. That won't be happening in any time in the near future, at least for that United States Championship. We are now down to 4. DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre. Wait a minute, not on the chair. Oh, very close though. He's coming very, very close. McIntyre. Oh my goodness, what a headshot there to McIntyre's. Now Ciampa with a suplex folding McIntyre in half. Gargano with the Frankensteiner right there on the neck of Ciampa. Ciampa's going to be very careful with those type of maneuvers as a brutal headshot there to Ciampa. And again, seems like Gargano taking out maybe a little bit more frustration there. Maybe they aren't done as like they thought they were. Gargano now tripping Wade Barrett into the Gargano escape. Will Wade Barrett be able to escape this maneuver? Middle of that ring, referee is right there. The rope breaks will not be able to save Wade Barrett in this matchup. Now Barrett trying to dig down deep here. Big knees to the back of the neck and then a big punch to the face. Oh, and a nice running knee to the ribs. Wade Barrett looking to eliminate Gargano. Very close, but no cigar for Barrett. He's going to have the waistland or even that brutal elbow to put away Gargano here, I got to believe. Ooh, and a vicious headbutt as McIntyre and Ciampa continue to go at it at ringside. if I'm Wade Barrett, focus on Gargano. You don't need to worry about McIntyre and Ciampa. More damage they do at ringside will only help you out further. But I guess that's just me as Gargano tosses McIntyre back in the ring. Gargano all fired up, trying to get this New Jersey crowd behind him. Certainly, I don't know who honestly might be the best bet. Certainly, like I mentioned, Bronson Reed does have a history with most of these superstars in this matchup. Especially Johnny Gargano, not much with Tommaso Ciampa. You already know, like I mentioned, Bronson Reed has defeated Wade Barrett one-on-one. So it's all about that match quality. Certainly, maybe a Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed again would be one hell of a match. Maybe Drew McIntyre can finish his story about defeating Bronson Reed finally. You just never know. Gargano going to toss Wade Barrett to the other side here. And this is one of those matches, ladies and gentlemen, where you really got to decide when to work together and sometimes when to just focus on yourself. As Gargano tosses Tommaso Ciampa in the middle of this ring. Imagine how this is going to feel if one of them eliminate each other. Wait, Ciampa catching him with the fairy tale ending. Will that be enough to put away his tag team partner? 2. No, Gargano saved. Able to kick out as a swinging neck breaker there on the chairs. As, what a backstabber there to Johnny Gargano. Is that enough? 2, 3, yes it is. Down goes Gargano, and now we are down to 3. Ciampa, McIntyre, and Barrett. As Ciampa introducing another steel chair here. Oh, wait a minute. Looking for some snake eyes, and oh my goodness, Ciampa is busted open right above that left eyebrow there of Ciampa. And that is absolutely vicious, man. I knew this matchup was going to be physical to an extent, but this is definitely going up there. Although it looks like it's time to introduce the steel steps is right there, right to the temple of Wade Barrett. Ciampa going to toss him right in that steel post. Certainly not the best feeling in the world. McIntyre's like, that's not going to happen to me. As this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, we have Bayley versus Kairi Sane one-on-one. We'll see if Kairi Sane is even close to 100% after what we saw last week. And also your no-holds-barred main event, CM Punk, Seth Rollins one-on-one. Like we mentioned before, if you thought ECW One Night Stand was a war, you're going to see a war times 2 tonight. Now Ciampa and Barrett going to go at it here. Going to toss Barrett back in the ring. Going to try to decide this matchup right here, right now. Big punch there from McIntyre. Here he comes. Oh, brutal maneuver there. And now Wade. Wade Barrett here. Big time maneuver there. Takes down Drew McIntyre. But is Wade screwing himself over here? Could he go for the pinfall? He's deciding not to. You thought now he's going to go for the pinfall. I don't know if that's the best idea to finally go for it. But it does eventually work out in his favor. He has eliminated Drew McIntyre. And now it's turned down to Tommaso Ciampa and Wade Barrett. Now Ciampa. Oh, that suplex right on that steel chair. That is not going to be feeling good. Absolutely brutal. And time for a fairy tale ending again. Right on the steel chair, right on the face. Ciampa might be getting himself an opportunity. Yes, he is. Tommaso Ciampa survives all 4 superstars, and Ciampa will be getting himself a United States Championship opportunity very, very soon, as he is the new official #1 contender for that United States Championship. We got ourselves an all-out brawl tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Very physical. Even had the tag team involved tonight. Even eliminating his tag team partner. A lot of back and forth. Look at this. Another backstabber. It's the same replay. They went back and forth, but got the pinfall to eliminate Gargano. But eventually, Ciampa would eliminate Wade Barrett, and Ciampa is your new #1 contender. How do you think Ciampa would fare in a #1 contenders matchup, or I should say a United States Championship matchup against Bronson Reed? Seth, tonight I'm going to finish what I did at Halloween Havoc. Not only did I beat you 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring at Halloween Havoc, I decimated you. I hit you so much that you literally went to sleep. And it will happen again tonight, but tonight in a no-holds-barred match. If you are truly a visionary, Seth, then why in the hell are you having a no-holds-barred matchup with me? Because you know what's going to happen tonight. You know, once again, I'm going to walk out victorious. I'm going to put you to sleep this time in the middle of this ring. I didn't hit a GTS at Halloween Havoc, but I certainly will do it in the middle of this ring this time, and I'll set my eyes for Survivor Series. If I were you, Seth, I'd take your beautiful wife, Becky Lynch, and your beautiful daughter back home, and I wouldn't even be a part of this matchup. Go back home with your family, Seth, because certainly you won't be a disappointment to them if you do it. But tonight, you may disappoint not only your wife, but your daughter. Keep my wife's name and my daughter's name out of your fucking mouth, Phil. This has got extremely personal. You defeated me perfectly fine, but you had to go to extreme lengths to beat me down and embarrass me after that matchup. I will never let that slide in tonight. I will beat the living shit out of you and make you bleed to a bleeding pulp in the middle of that very ring. So Phil, get ready for an ass beating of a whole entire generation to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought CM Punk and Seth Rollins were done with each other, like we mentioned, it is going to continue. It goes to tonight at least. It's got even more personal with CM Punk bringing in Becky Lynch and their daughter into this situation now. And Seth said he's going to beat CM Punk to a bloody pulp in the middle of this ring. That is your main event coming up next. But right now we set focus to this matchup, and this is very interesting right now. Question is, will Iyo Sky come down to the ring with Bayley after that brutal beating last week? We saw that little bit of a back and forth tension last week between Bayley and Iyo Sky in the middle of the ring, and Iyo Sky would get in the face-to-face with Bayley before leaving the ring. So, I mean, there's definitely tension there. I can only imagine where this is going to go. I mean, it's getting to where, you know, obviously Iyo Sky and Kairi Sane, they know each other so well inside and outside of that ring, and they consider themselves good friends. And for what Iyo Sky saw Damage Control do to Kairi Sane last week, she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to deal with that. She didn't want to do that to Kairi Sane. And, you know, Kairi Sane, she's out here right now, probably not 100%, but she's out here. That's the type of superstar Kairi Sane is. She is that type of fighter. As we wait for Damage Control to make their way down to the ring, question is, like we mentioned, will Iyo Sky be out here? And it looks like it's just going to be Dakota Kai coming out here with the Women's World Champion. So even more interesting situation going on here, ladies and gentlemen. What in the hell is going on? Damage Control could start falling down here, possibly. Or maybe it's just a little misunderstanding. You just don't know. We'll have to let it play out. But tonight, Bayley looking for a win over Kairi Sane. We know Kairi Sane is trying to recruit Asuka and Iyo Sky to become a more dominant faction in the terms of what Kairi Sane was saying. Because, you know, like we mentioned, Iyo Sky and Iyo Sky, Asuka know each other so well, and so does Kairi Sane. So they want to all come together. That's at least what Kairi Sane wants to do, recruit them. But certainly not going to be easier said than done. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Kairi Sane and Bayley here. Is Kairi Sane 100% right now? So it's going to be one of those times where we're going to have to really figure out what Kairi Sane can do in this matchup. She's going to have to do a lot of, I would say, unorthodox type of offense in this matchup. Take it to the outside and get it to where Bayley may not necessarily work it to her favor, as Bayley connects with an elbow to the bridge of the nose. Almost like a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow. It didn't fully connect, but it was enough to connect to the bridge of the nose. Any little bit counts in these type of matches. Uh-oh. Look at this submission hold here to Kairi Sane. Referee is literally right there, making sure Kairi Sane can at least breathe, see if she can somehow survive this match. And now look at Kairi Sane able to bridge out of it. But this is where she needs to get some kind of offense going for the crossbody. Didn't work out. Springboard crossbody works out in Bayley's favor. Bayley certainly one of the best here. And now Swanton Bomb, but no. Little tribute to Jeff Hardy with that Swanton, but didn't work out in her favor. And now, like I mentioned, this is where Kairi Sane needs to use her advantage here of being faster than Bayley and work on some offense outside the ring here. I mean, that might not be your typical Kairi Sane, but when you're facing off against the women's world champion, you gotta change up the strategy sometimes. Kairi Sane all fired up here, trying to get this New Jersey crowd behind her here. But Bayley gonna take the advantage. Just giving Bayley just the slightest advantage in this matchup will certainly help her out. Pinfall opportunity, but a strong kick out. Big punch here. Here comes your women's champion. And again, down goes Kairi Sane here. Kairi's in trouble right now. Bayley eating all this up. A big punt kick to the temple. Bayley trying to make this look easy. I think she was trying to go for that Bayley to belly. Didn't work out in her favor. Now Kairi Sane. Could be her moment. Big spear. And oh, this is vintage Kairi Sane if she can hit this. Can she hit the sliding clothesline? Yes, she does. Vintage Kairi Sane. Sane has Bayley down and out. If I was Kairi Sane, you literally just had Bayley right where you wanted her. You could have went for that Pirate Princess elbow. One of the most devastating elbows in a very long time from any superstar, men or women. But I think Kairi Sane wants to make sure she hits it at the right time. It took a long time for Kairi Sane to really hit it on Dakota Kai last week. As now, Kairi Sane here. Uh-oh, is she looking for that elbow? Yes, she does. The back of the neck of Bayley. Bayley's out of it. Dakota Kai getting involved here. Talking some major trash to Kairi Sane. Bayley's knocked out, though. Bayley not moving. Will that give Bayley enough time to get back in this matchup, though? 2, 3, yes, it is. Bayley with a brutal, you could honestly call it an upset victory. Look at this. That and the, hopefully we get the replay of that big time elbow right here. Back of the neck, almost at the temple of Bayley, and that took her out. That's when Dakota Kai got involved. But Kairi Sane with a upset victory there, and Kairi Sane just an absolute massive win there for Kairi Sane, ladies and gentlemen. And Kairi Sane telling her to bring it. Here we go. Now Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane going at it here. And now here comes Kairi Sane. Going for that forearm strike, missing out, but she certainly hit that one. Here comes Iyo, or I should say, here comes the offense of Kairi Sane to Dakota Kai. Misses that forearm strike, and now, oh, worked out in our favor again here. Look at these brutal forearm strikes here to eat from Dakota Kai. Just eating those up, ladies and gentlemen. And again, why not? Trying to showcase what she brings is Kairi Sane. She just picked up a massive win. She told Dakota Kai to get her ass in here, and we're now seeing what Iyo Sky is trying to build up here with damage control. You know, because Kairi Sane is friends with Iyo Sky, and And I'm sure, obviously, Iyo Sky knows exactly how dangerous Kairi Sane is. And Iyo Sky doesn't want to ruin that friendship, it seems. Look at that spinning back forearm strike there. Absolutely brutal. And then now Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Dakota Kai. This ain't good. Big kick to the side of the skull. And just like that, Dakota Kai just eating all that offense from Kairi Sane. But it's just too much right now. Oh, and a big boot there as well. Oh no, this ain't good. And now look at these. These are big boots right there. Oh no. Oh no, Kairi Sane. Oh my goodness. Eats a brutal kick to the face. Bayley still down and out. Kairi Sane eating too much damage from Dakota Kai. Big stomp to the ribs. And just last week, we are seeing the same outcome. Kairi Sane eating the chiropractor, and Dakota Kai lays waste to Kairi Sane. Wait a minute, here comes Iyo Sky. As she realized that maybe she should have the back of Damage Control, or is she actually out here maybe to save the day for Kairi Sane? You just never know. As here comes Iyo Sky. Kairi Sane's out of it. Bayley's still out of it. Both women face to face right now. And it seems like Iyo Sky, she's celebrating with Dakota Kai here. Maybe everything's all fine. Maybe everything's back to normal. That's what you'd love to see. For at least for Bayley and them, you want to see that. As now, wait, drop kick there from Iyo Sky. What in the hell? Iyo Sky beating the hell out of one of her tag team partners. Iyo Sky being here for her longtime friend Kairi Sane. And now, again, big takedown into a stomp there from Iyo Sky. Iyo Sky bringing the fight. That spinning roundhouse kick to the face. That certainly won't help out Dakota Kai's face at all. As again, this is just not what Dakota Kai was expecting. Here comes Iyo Sky with a submission hold now. Look at this. Just trying to embarrass Dakota Kai, like what Dakota Kai and Damage Control have been doing to Kairi Sane here. As the genius of the sky. Here comes Iyo Sky. Iyo Sky with the moonsault. Talking all that trash, and now Iyo again. Is she thinking about another one? Iyo Sky with another one. Massive maneuver from Iyo Sky, and it seems like Iyo may be leaving Damage Control. And Bayley now up to her feet. She's telling Iyo Sky to come right up to her and explain her actions. And now Iyo Sky telling her to get in the ring. Now both women face to face. Bayley telling Iyo Sky what in the hell is going on. Both women face to face. You can feel the intensity here. And now Bayley stepping up here for Dakota Kai now. But now here comes Iyo Sky. Seems like Iyo Sky may be just trying to stand up for her partner, or her good friend, I should say, that being Kairi Sane. Sometimes good friends are a little bit, you could say, more. Being there for a good friend is better than being there for a group of partners that you don't entirely think as them as close. Down goes Bayley, hard hit there, and now, Iyo Sky here. This could be very bad for Bayley as the genius of the sky with a moonsault takes out the women's world champion. And if you would have told me tonight this was how it was going to happen, I would have, honestly, I didn't even believe anything like this would ever happen. Right into the steel steps. This is absolutely brutal, ladies and gentlemen. What are we witnessing? Iyo Sky and Bayley and Damage Control just in general is breaking up here. Seems like Iyo Sky is standing there for her partner. And I can only imagine where this is going to go next, ladies and gentlemen. Bayley frustrated as all hell. But it seems like Iyo Sky has left Damage Control, and I can only imagine where we're going to be going on the road to Survivor Series into Royal Rumble season. Iyo, what in the hell is your problem? What has gotten into you? I understand that Kairi Sane and you are good friends, but it doesn't mean you need to ruin everything for Damage Control. I brought you and Dakota Kai in. You guys were nothing without me, and Dakota Kai has flourished in this group. And now you want to throw everything away that we have built? That is BS, and we're going to make you pay for it. You're very lucky that I'm focused on my Survivor Series triple threat matchup, or I would deal with you personally right now. But after Survivor Series, I will deal with you and Kairi Sane. Now myself and Dakota Kai got some thinking to do, and now we have to remodel the Damage Control. Well, certainly Monday Night Raw continues to get crazier by the moment. Seems like Iyo Sky is officially gone from Damage Control, and Bayley will be dealing with her after Survivor Series, which is next week live there in Chicago, Illinois, where CM Punk will be a part of that 4 versus 4 Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series War Games matchup. But now we got CM Punk tonight facing off with Seth frickin' Rollins 1-on-1. And this is not no ordinary matchup. This is a no-holds-barred matchup. And earlier on tonight, CM Punk brought up Becky Lynch and their daughter, making this very, very personal. And Rollins straight up saying, hey, keep your name out, or keep my wife's name and my kid's name out of your bleeping mouth. And Rollins said he's gonna make CM Punk bleeding a bloody pulp in the middle of that ring. So it is gonna be very brutal, very physical. CM Punk won the one at Halloween Havoc. Can Punk once again defeat the Visionary? And Punk even brought up saying, hey, if you're a Visionary, why are you going to be coming out to this matchup? You're going to be witnessing me beat you once again. As now here comes the Visionary, the revolutionary Seth frickin' Rollins. This matchup is your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are going to be ripping each other apart. I would be very surprised if there wasn't blood in this matchup with just how physical this matchup is about to be. This is about to be, I don't want to overhype the matchup, but this is bound to be a WrestleMania type of bout right now between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. These guys are going to beat the living snot out of each other. I expect some black eyes, some broken teeth, a lot of bruises, blood, all sorts of things in this matchup. In the first bout, we didn't really see the stomps and the GTSs at all in that matchup. We saw the go to sleep multiple times on the stage area, but we didn't see any major maneuvers for the most part in that matchup, and that's bound to change tonight. This no-holds-barred matchup, they can use anything and everything as long as that pinfall or submission happens in the middle of this very ring. Both men seem like they're ready. Referees all set. Here we go. Your main event is starting right here. CM Punk looking to once again pick up another massive win over Seth Rollins. CM Punk is a part, like we mentioned, that 4v4 matchup at Survivor Series. Seth Rollins, he won't be at Survivor Series, but He is one of the superstars that have announced that they will be in the Royal Rumble matchup that will be 6 weeks away, live there at the Royal Rumble. We'll be letting you guys know very, very soon where the location of that Royal Rumble will be at. Everybody will be finding out at Survivor Series. There's like a Punk with those big, devastating strikes there to Seth frickin' Rollins. And again, just massive knee to that back area. And you know, Seth Rollins has had definitely some back issues here in WWE. Certainly with the assault from CM Punk was not going to make it any better. And I think CM Punk is just eating this up right now. And certainly imagine how CM Punk is going to do when he gets there in Chicago, Illinois for Survivor Series, his hometown. The crowd going to be behind him in that War Games matchup. Raw versus SmackDown. Again, CM Punk, wait a minute. Springboard, dropkick. No, he misses. And now Rollins. Rollins, is it his time to get back in this matchup? Flatlining CM Punk there. And Rollins telling the best in the world to get up to his feet. Look at Rollins. He's getting a little frustrated right now. He doesn't know what to do. This is getting very personal, and Rollins is trying to decide what to do and what not to do. It's all, well, this makes sense. The hockey stick. The hockey stick. We know CM Punk is known for loving the Chicago Blackhawks. We know how much he's a big fan of the Chicago Blackhawks, so it makes sense for him to grab a hockey stick. But will he actually be able to use it in this matchup? As now Rollins. Oh, what a maneuver there. I don't even know what kind of maneuver you really even want to call that, but very effective taking down CM Punk, as Punk was able to kick out at a strong 1 count. A lot of back and forth early on here. Obviously for CM Punk, he was coming off that loss to Wade Barrett at Backlash. He said he was happy that it was over and done with. And then Seth Rollins would have a promo later on that night and say, you know, he's looking to see what's next for him. And, well, we saw what was next for him. CM Punk would come out and, you know, basically attack Seth Rollins, leading into that Halloween Havoc matchup that we saw where CM Punk would defeat Seth Rollins. For Seth Rollins, he hasn't had the best luck when it comes to winning big matches as of late. As a pinfall, but Rollins another strong kick out. So maybe tonight Rollins might be able to turn it around. But, you know, it's gonna take a lot to do it. Spinning leg sweep takes down Rollins, and Punk is all fired up here. This is a live main event here. Hold on. Going for that GTS. Rollins, he feels it coming, and Rollins able to get out of it, able to slip out of it. So it's one of those maneuvers, ladies and gentlemen, you just got to be so careful, because Punk can hit that out of nowhere. As, wait a minute, Rollins going to try to go for that hit with that hockey stick. Both men are not going to allow that. As now Punk again with that underhook power slam. No, Rollins, Alabama slam. And these guys back and forth, you got to absolutely love it. And now Rollins, oh, hit him with that forearm. Uh-oh, going to look for that stomp. Stomps him into the mat. Pinfall opportunity. Will that be enough to put away Rollins? 2. Strong kick out from Punk at the very last second. Rollins cannot believe it. And now, oh no. Oh, big hockey stick shots to the lower back of CM Punk. This is not going to be feeling too good. And now Punk, the strong clothesline. Ooh, right to the lower back. Like we mentioned, that brutal assault from Punk. Targeting that back, and now, uh-oh. He's finally got his opportunity to swing for the fences with a hockey stick. Oh my goodness, right to the chest and again. Oh my goodness. This is brutal, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't see no hockey sticks there at One Night Stand last night, but we're seeing it right here, right now. Pinfall opportunity for, I thought maybe he might go for a pin after maybe whatever he's going to do from the top rope, as Punk with a flying crossbody. What a match we're witnessing. They're tearing down the house right now. Absolutely a clinic that you're seeing in professional wrestling. Both men face to face briefly. Ooh, springboard dropkick turning Seth Rollins inside out, and CM Punk feels like he has this match right where he wants it. How much more can both of these men sustain in this match? As now, Punk here. Oh God, what is Punk thinking? Oh, is it time for the Pepsi plunge possibly? CM Punk, Pepsi plunge! Holy crap, what a Pepsi plunge there from CM Punk. Rollins down and out, ladies and gentlemen. He is bleeding like a stuffed pig here. Oh, going for that chop there, but now Rollins. And now Punk now, back and forth. Back and forth. This is what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Rollins going to go for that big-time Michinoku driver. Takes down Punk. And now big haymakers from Rollins. Now Punk is busted open. These guys are beating the snot out of each other here. Holy crap. Now Rollins, Insiguri takes down Punk. And Rollins talking some mad trash there to Punk. And now, gonna have ourselves a stalemate in the ring. Here comes Seth. Big time takedown from Punk though. How much more is left in the tank of both of these men, man? Absolute clinic to bestow is what a clothesline. And look at Rollins doing the right thing to roll out of the ring, but seems like CM Punk is not going to allow him any type of breather at this moment, which is totally understandable. This is a no-holds-barred matchup, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are going to beat the living snot out of each other right now as Rollins gets taken right in to that barricade. Uh-oh. Security needs to be very careful. Punk now with the steel chair. Can only imagine what he wants to do to Rollins here. No, a headshot. Busting open Seth Rollins even more. As Punk. Punk is looking to end this even more. A systematic destruction of the Visionary here. He might not even make it to the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. From what we're seeing. I mean, that's 6 weeks away, but you just never know what could happen. As Punk, oh my goodness, a pile driver out of all things. Man, this is just horrendous, ladies and gentlemen. We knew this was going to be brutal from the get-go, but this is something that I don't even know if everybody at home was expecting this. Oh my goodness, a shining wizard right to the temple. A big reversal from Rollins. And now Punk. Oh, nice Michinoku driver there as well. Back and forth we go. Both men just putting on a clinic. Now Punk. What is he thinking? He has Punk right where he wants him. Look at all that blood dripping. What is the hell is CM Punk thinking? Oh my God, no. Come on, Punk. Punk looking to hit it. Elbow to the chest of Seth frickin' Rollins. Holy shit. Oh my God. This should be an easy win at this moment for CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen. This is... I'm honestly speechless right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolute craziness going on here. Oh, and he hits the running knee. The running knee into the clothesline. Holy crap. And well, wait a minute. Punk, is he thinking about a go to sleep here? No, he's thinking Insiguri. He's baiting Seth Rollins. Oh, and then the running knee again. CM Punk just toying with Seth frickin' Rollins. And now Punk up. Punk now, big time frog splash, showing the shades of Eddie Guerrero there. And this is a absolute brutal beating in another enziguri just for good measures. Punk is all fired up. What could be next in the mind of CM Punk? Well, it seems like a table's being thrown in here. Rollins needs to figure out something very, very quickly. Oh, well, that actually might help him out there. Rollins with Punk missing that enziguri that he's hit multiple times in this matchup here. Uh-oh, Rollins has him right close to that table. Imagine if he tries to stomp him there. No, wait a minute. Rollins. Pedigree. Pedigree on the table, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap. And now Rollins has it in the corner. Roll through into kick to the chest there. Absolutely vicious. Rollins now could be moments away from winning this no-holds-barred matchup. In the corner, is he thinking it? Sit out powerbomb through the damn table. But look at Punk. Punk rolling right through. And just like that, adrenaline flowing through both men. Now Punk though. Punk. GTS. Is that gonna be enough to put away Seth? No. Are you kidding me? Holy cow. The GTS wasn't enough. Rollins hit that running powerbomb through the table. Punk rolled out of the ring. Rollins went towards the center of the ring and ate a GTS, but it still wasn't enough. Holy hell. As now Rollins, gonna curb stomp. And Rollins now has to decide what he has to do. He has a lot of stuff on his mind here. He could have easily just put away Seth. Seth could have easily just put away CM Punk, but again, it's all about making this personal here. And of course, Punk rolls out the ring. Seth Rollins not too happy about it. Rollins could have went back for the pinfall, but it seems like he wants to inflict more damage on CM Punk. It's a big elbow to the chest, and now Rollins even more fired up here. Rollins seemed like he was trying to grab a weapon from underneath the ring there, but not entirely sure what he had in store there. As a Russian leg sweep takes down the Visionary. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. CM Punk versus Seth frickin' Rollins. There's the baseball bat. Could only imagine what CM Punk is thinking. And luckily for Rollins, he didn't get hit. But now maybe Rollins will start swinging with it, and yes, he does. Connects with a temple. And now Rollins swinging for the fences like he's the Chicago Cubs here. Rollins could be down and out here. Rollins moving out the way though. Oh, nice enziguri from Seth. Again, look at this match continuing here, ladies and gentlemen. And now Rollins just gonna beat down CM Punk even more. All fired up. This New Jersey crowd knows what is going on between these two. Not every day you get to see two major big-time superstars giving you a pay-per-view worthy matchup right now. But ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing two of the best to ever do it, as both men colliding there. Oh, here comes CM Punk now. I'm going to show you up with those Miz kicks right to the chest. Punk now. And now going to again, why not? Go back to the well one more time. Certainly will help out all the favors he can. As now Punk. Look for that Macho Man elbow drop possibly. Oh, he got it. He got a little bit of it. I don't know if he fully got all of it. It's keeping Rollins down for the moment. May not been pretty, but it may be enough to put away Seth freaking Rollins. A go to sleep, a GTS there to Seth Rollins, and that has to be it, correct? Yes, it is. CM Punk puts Seth Rollins to sleep tonight. Definitely a pay-per-view worthy match. What a matchup. As that elbow earlier on in the matchup, Seth Rollins would connect with a pedigree on the table. Back and forth they went, but ultimately Rollins is put to sleep, and CM Punk gets himself ready for Survivor Series. What a main event for Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. The type of show that you want to end a type of matchup. Wasn't the type of match that Seth Rollins wanted it to end at, as oh no. Come on, we saw this earlier on tonight with Gunther, and now CM Punk is going to attack Seth freaking Rollins. This is just horrendous. Come on. Look at this. These brutal, brutal kicks to Seth Rollins. And again, just going to take his freaking head off. And oh no. Wait a minute. Punk. No. Pile driver to Seth Rollins. Oh my goodness. Punk is making a statement and something that you guys don't want to see to end Monday Night Raw as a Michinoku type of maneuver. And that's all we have time for tonight on Monday Night Raw.